Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon. Let's start by why you're starting with immediate effect. Why? Is it driven by fiscal, emergency, or just part of the reset agenda?
It is part of the reset agenda. The various audits and reforms are going on right from the presidency to see what we can do as a government to, to use resources more prudently, what we can do also symbolically as a government to show commitment to the reset agenda, even as we ask Ghanaians to participate, to embrace policies and programs, to even embrace some levies, like the One Ghana Cedi, levy on petroleum products that would help us manage and deal with our debt and be able to buy some liquid fuels to power our power generation plants. We cannot ask, Ghanaians to do all of these things, whereas they feel that government appointees are fully taken care of. And that is one of the rationalizations behind it. And we are hoping that we would make some savings from this program to invest in critical sectors of education, of health, local government, and all the other social sectors that require a lot of resources. So it is we practicing what we are preaching, prudent use of resources.
Okay, so it's got nothing to do with fiscal emergency, looking at how much the IMF says you should spend and how much government has projected would be spending. It's got nothing to do with this. It's just a reset agenda.
It's a reset reform. There's no emergency. How much can we raise from fuel allocations to solve the 68 billion debt that sits on the ECG books? How much? But it is symbolic also to the extent that it brings everybody's attention to the fact that it is not business as usual. Look, my sister, right now we hold a lot of government events at the presidency. People will tell you when they come, we give them water. There's very few times, depending on the event, you would get snacks. And even that anytime your unit is organizing a program, when you send a budget, you should know that the budget you are sending, realistically, you might be getting a quarter of what you have asked for. What it means is it forces you to think through, only to put in just the important things that you can put in and still get the work done. This is the levels of efficiency that is happening at the presidency, which is expected to translate to all ministries, departments, agencies, so that we'll plug the loopholes. There's too much wastage in the system.
You asked a good question, that how much can we save? But I have a question as well. How much have you projected to save annually through this cancellation?
So as we speak, the exact cost is being computed. Mind you, this was a directive that came just today. So obviously, there's got to be further direction to compute just how much we have spent as a government since January up till this point on fuel allocations and how much we expect to save from the cancellation of those allocations, but also to say that it does not mean that we are disenabling government work to the extent that it becomes counterproductive. If you have a place to go, something to do, an official assignment, you say you will not be able to do it because you don't have full allocation, because just like the code of conduct, there will be parameters that will spell out what we describe as official travel and important assignments. So that is the exception. Strictly regulated official travel and assignment will still be taken care of by the states. But as everyone does in your everyday commute to and fro work, you will no longer be benefiting from the excess allocation, even though the allocations that many appointees get was not full allocation for all your fuel needs, but of course it was significant in terms of helping you in your everyday movement to and from work, and also for your official assignments and engagement. For example, the Office of Government Communication, we do a lot of media rounds, we do a lot of interviews and all of that. So there's a way in which within the regulations and the framework that will be communicated to appointees, you would know what what kinds of assignment, would still attract some allocation or fuel allocation.
Finally, before I let you go, how have the appointees received this? I know that you may have prepped them even before you started appointing them and all of that, but this particular one, was it anticipated? How well are they receiving this?
No, a lot of these ones are not. So sometimes we also would hear them just like you would also hear them. But there are decisions that are taking at cabinet levels. There are decisions that are well thought through. There are decisions that have the best interests of the government at hand. And my sister, because of this prudent in the management of resources alone, from January up to this year, we're seeing the signs already. As we speak, 80% of allocation has actually gone to district assemblies. We've also seen the release of funds for school feeding, the school feeding program. 600 million has already gone to that project. We're talking about 300 million cedis released for the no-fee stress program, where a lot of our tertiary students will bear testimony that their accounts have been reimbursed. 290 million cedis has also been allocated and released for the free sanitary pad initiative. So already we are all beginning to see the signs and the effects of more prudence in the management of our collective resources. So when we come back to you and we say that, let's hold hands, I beg your pardon, let us hold hands and let's build together, you would know that His Excellency is committed at the highest level, and he's actually practicing exactly what he's preaching, even as he asks Ghanaians to bear with him as we take decisions, some popular, some not popular, you know, some hard, some easy. But we need to take those decisions collectively if we are to pull Ghana away from where we found it just a couple of months ago.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shamima Muslim, Deputy Spokesperson for Government. And I'll wait for you.